What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Front Yard Fantasy Hour presented by FanDuel. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my co-host, John Luke, and our guest co-host for today, Joey Wright. What's up, guys?
Joey. Doing good. How's it going, Simon?
It's going pretty good. No one ever asks me. Thanks,
yeah, no
Joey.
one ever asks you how you're doing.
Yeah,
I want to know how
no one cares.
Guys, also joining us today is a very special guest, good friend of the show. We've got Jeff Haseley on with us today, making his fantasy fortune debut. You've played most of our other games, but this is the first time you'll be playing fortune. For those of you that do not know Jeff is a senior writer over at Football Guys. He's a digital designer and video editor for a multitude of sites in the fantasy space and the host of the Carolina Fandom podcast. Jeff, thank you so much for joining us today, my man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Love the Friday Front Yard Fantasy fun. So thanks for having me on. Here. And hello to everyone, since that's the theme.
Hello. And guys, some of you joining, we are giving away a Scott Fishbowl spot on the stream today. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to remind everybody watching that how we're going to give this away. I mentioned it in a tweet. I'm going to say it here. You just got to make us laugh. Whichever comment we think as a group is the funniest throughout the show, like really topical. Don't come in here just trying to like shock us. That's probably not going to get it. But
you got to be witty.
Get some witty humor in there that makes us chuckle, and that spot is yours. That's it. It's that simple. Be
Can I leave the show?
Get the spot. Or you want to go get us? You want to go in the chat?
I want to try to get the spot. Yeah.
You already have a spot, Joey.
I do.
Someone else. Mr. Scampers, what's up? Mr. Scampers in the chat says, happy second show of this Friday to everyone.
Hi, Mr.
Happy
Scampers.
Second show back to you. Howdy, Jay, even though he just said howdy to Mr. Scampers.
Howdy to you, Jay.
Hi, Jay.
And he said, Joey, happy to know my phone's predictive text automatically goes to Scampers when I type Mr. You've won, Mr. Scampers. You got it.
He's arrived.
James said, can we get 3 shows like yesterday? No, unless JL is going to do a 4-hour live stream of him playing Overcooked, then I don't think we're going to get a third stream.
I would actually watch that.
I would actually do that.
Then we've got Damon here, wants to know where's Mr. Scampers going? Mr. Scampers is going somewhere. We'll have to find out. Stay tuned to find out where he's going. Albert, what's up? Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Guys, like I mentioned, we're going to play some Fantasy Fortune today, but before we get into that, a couple reminders. Number one, if you are not already following our friend Jeff over on Twitter, go and fix that right now. He's on Twitter at Jeff Haseley. His name, it's right there below his face on the screen, so make sure you guys go over there and follow him. Once you followed him, do that first. Come back over here and make sure you give a like to this video and subscribe to FanDuel on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button right below this video. They have a whole team of awesome content creators helping you guys win some money and win your leagues. And that draft season's coming up. Best ball's going live, so you guys got to make sure you're getting all of that content. You can find them on YouTube, obviously, then also Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. They're on FanDuel at all of those platforms. FanDuel. It's in the game. Everything's in the game.
FanDuel.
So make sure you guys follow them over there. And then last, but certainly not least, we are live every day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time, playing games just like this. So if you enjoy coming in here on Friday nights and playing some games with us, check us out on your very late lunch break during the week, Monday through Friday. End your workday with us from 3 to 4. We know you're not doing anything but scrolling spreadsheets at that time anyways.
Come on.
So come on and hang out with us at that time.
Bathroom. Everybody knows that.
Guys, are you ready for some Fantasy Fortune?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it on.
Get it going. I'm going to go ahead and pull this puzzle board up, and I'm going to explain how this game is going to work. The game Fantasy Fortune is a lot like the popular TV show Wheel of Fortune, but with a couple small changes. Number one, instead of spinning a wheel, contestants are going to be answering 50-50 NFL or fantasy-related trivia questions in order to guess a consonant. If you get your question right and you get to guess a consonant, it will be worth $500 for each instance of it that shows up on the board. At any point during your turn, except after I've asked a question, you can solve the puzzle or you can buy a vowel. In order to buy a vowel, I will require a minimum of $500 in your round bank, though, because it needs to cover the vowels that are going to show up on the board. If you've got 300, we're not going to allow you to do it. If you get 3 questions in a row right and the consonants, the corresponding consonants, that will be the end of your turn. But I'll give you 5 seconds to solve the puzzle, and you will bank all of the money that you have earned in that round so far into your total game bank. We'll go like this until enough people have, or until we've run out of puzzles or run out of time, at which point the person with the most money in their bank will be our champion. You guys got it? Any questions?
Nope. I don't think so.
Also, Jay said, I'm digging the black Mets jersey, Jeff, up there.
Yes.
You're a fellow New York to the Carolinas guy like
Jay is now a Mets fan.
Yeah,
This is
Jay no
confirmed.
longer supports the Yankees. He supports
He
the
is a
Mets.
firm Mets
That is
fan.
a true fact. Also,
Now that we
Jason
know
Simon
that.
held up a 2 when he said 3. No, the other finger was just off stream.
He was
like
hiding
this.
it.
Yeah, it was just like that. You couldn't see it. Actually, I held up 2 fingers on accident, I think. And Mr. Scampers wants to know, are ya Awak, Simon? Yeah, I am Awak. Thank you so much, Mr. Scampers.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Simon, you get the Scott Fishbowl spot. That was
Early
funny.
clubhouse
JL.
leader for the ticket.
JL did that one on an earlier week. Mr. Scampers was a throwback joke right there. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull up this first puzzle. No toss up today. We're just going to jump straight into our first puzzle. Jeff, you're going to go first. JL second. Joey third. And let's get going.
Let's do
this
it.
First puzzle is going to be same college. So these are 2 NFL players that attended the same college. Not necessarily at the same time. Maybe, but not necessarily. Just wanted to make sure you guys knew that. Jeff, to start this game off, would you like to solve this puzzle or would you like a question?
Oh, boy. I'd like a question.
Okay, we will start off with a question, and we're going to start in the fantasy points category. All questions that I ask about fantasy points this game will be PPR. I'll try to reiterate when I say the question, but if I don't say PPR, you can just assume these are going to be PPR questions. So my question for you, Jeff, is who scored more PPR fantasy points last season? Who scored more PPR fantasy points? Was it Robert Woods or was it Cole Beasley?
Oh, wow. Let's see. Woods got hurt, like week 12, something like that? So I don't know. I'm going to say, I'll say Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley is correct. Jeff, which letter would you like?
Let's go with a C.
A C. There are 2 C's in this puzzle. Going to add $1,000 to your round bank. So now, Jeff, you have options here. You can buy a vowel. You can solve this puzzle. Or you can go straight to another question.
Let's go to another question.
Okay, we'll go another question. Who scored more PPR fantasy points last season? Who scored more PPR fantasy points last season? Was it Melvin Gordon or was it Damian Harris?
Oh, geez. That's got to be Damian Harris.
It was Damian Harris. It was fairly close, though. I didn't mean to make it that close. Only 15 PPR points separating them, but you got it anyways, Jeff. Which letter would you like?
Let's see. How about a S?
An S. There is 1 S in this puzzle. So, Jeff, that's 2 questions right for you. This will be your last opportunity to buy vowels this turn. It could make it back to you. Would you like to buy a vowel? Would you like another question, or do you want to solve?
I'll buy a vowel. Let me buy a I.
An I. There are 2 I's in this puzzle. Going to subtract 200 from your total. Now, what would you like to do? Another vowel or another question?
Well, I can't do another question, right? Or do I get 3? I get 3 chances.
Yeah, so this will be your 3rd question. That's why it's your last chance to buy vowels.
And out of the chat contestants, we forgot to mention that.
Let's go with the question then.
Okay, a question. My question for you is who scored more PPR fantasy points last season? Who scored more PPR fantasy points? Was it Tyler Boyd or was it Alan Lazard?
Tyler Boyd.
It was Tyler Boyd. That's absolutely correct. Which letter would you like? You get this, you bank this money, Jeff.
Let's go with H.
An H. I am sorry. There are no H's on the board. That letter would have banked that money for you, but unfortunately, now we are moving on to JL. JL, would you like to solve this puzzle or would you like a question?
Question me.
Question. Here we go. My question for you is who scored more PPR fantasy points last season? Who scored more PPR fantasy points? Was it Russell Gage or was it Mecole Hardman?
Russell Gage.
Russell Gage is absolutely correct, JL. Which letter would you like?
I'll go with a K.
A K. There are no K's in this puzzle, JL.
Come on.
Good try, man.
So, Joey, would you like a question or would you like to solve?
I want a question.
A question. You sure? You didn't sound so sure.
Oh,
okay. I didn't mean
okay.
that.
No.
A question?
Wait.
I'm going to give you one second.
I want a question.
A question for Joey. My question for you is who had more PPR fantasy points last season? who had more PPR fantasy points? Was it Tony Pollard or was it Chase Edmonds?
Chase Edmonds.
I'm sorry, Joey. It was Tony Pollard, which means we're going to move
What
back
was the points? I just want to learn something today. Do you have it?
It was 162.6 for Tony Pollard to 143.3 for Chase. It was close. I did a close one for Jeff, so I also did a
that
close
finish
one
for
both
Chase,
of
even
you
though he's
guys.
injured, might have helped him, but not.
Oh my god, I just got one of the names.
Yep.
Jeff, it's back to you. Would you like to solve? Would you like to buy a vowel, or would
Let
you
me
like
let
a
me buy an
question?
E.
An E. I am
Come
sorry.
on.
There are no E's in this puzzle, which means we're going to move on to JL.
Oh,
JL, what would you like to do here?
I need a question.
Okay, my question for you. We're going to move off fantasy points. Let's move into some rushing yards questions, JL. Who had more rushing yards last season? Who had more rushing yards? Was it Josh Allen or was it Devin Singletary?
Singletary.
Singletary's correct by over 100 yards, JL. Which letter would you like?
I will take an N.
An N. There are 2 N's in this puzzle. Going to add 1,000. What would you like to do now, JL?
May I buy an O?
You may buy an O. And there are 3 O's. Going to subtract 300. What would you like to do now?
I would like to take another question, please.
Okay, my question for you is who had more rushing yards last season? Who had more rushing yards? Was it DeAndre Swift or was it Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders is correct, JL. Which letter would you like?
I will take an L.
An L. There are 2 L's. So I think you guys got that last name figured out.
I got the first name figured out too.
So Dale, what would you like to do now? This is your last opportunity to buy a vowel, right? Because you guessed
buy an A.
An A. There is 1 A in this puzzle, and that is it for the vowels. So I either need you to solve or take another question.
I will take another question.
Oh.
Okay. Who had more rushing touchdowns last season? Who had more rushing touchdowns? Was it Elijah Mitchell or was it Boston Scott?
Mitchell.
I am sorry. Boston Scott had 7 to Elijah Mitchell's 5, which means, Joey, we are on to you.
I'm going to
solve
to get on the board. Yeah, just because I'm going to say Tom Brady and Nico Collins.
That is correct. It is Tom Brady and Nico Collins, both University of Michigan.
We all got points, right?
No, just you got points,
Oh,
Joey.
okay.
Nobody else got points. Jeff and JL got very close to getting points. JL got to that.
Thanks for rubbing that in, Joey.
Jeff got the
I
third
thought
question
Jeff
right.
had banked his money. So
let's see in the chat who got this one. It looks like Albert came in with Tom Brady and then said Nico Collins got it. Albert was the first one who got it at
nice
5:11,
job, Albert.
whenever that happened, or 6:11, about 5 minutes ago, pulled that one out. Nice job, Albert, on that one. Tom Brady and Nico Collins absolutely nailed it. And then Chuck said Boston Scott, famous touchdown machine.
Touchdown machine. How could I forget?
How could you forget, JL?
That's stupid of me.
Guys, we're going to move on to our next puzzle now. Puzzle number 2. Joey got that one right, which means we are going to start with Jeff. And Jeff, this category is bad fantasy team names. These are things that people might name their team that I subjectively think are horrible, horrible team names.
Oh boy.
Would you like a question or would you like to solve?
I will not solve. I will take a question.
Okay, we're going to go to receiving yards, Jeff. My question for you is who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards? Was it Marquise Brown or was it Dallas Goedert?
Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown is correct. Which letter would you like?
S.
An S. There are 2 S's in this puzzle. Going to give you $1,000. Jeff, would you like to buy a vowel, another question, or solve this puzzle?
No, if I solve, I lose my turn, right?
Yeah, if you solve, that's your turn. If it's wrong, yeah.
So no, I will not try to solve, even though I could try to guess, but no. I'll take a question, please.
Okay, a question. My question for you is who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards? Was it T. Higgins or was it DK Metcalf?
Higgins.
It was Higgins. Which letter would you like?
How about a R?
An R. There is 1 R in this puzzle. Going to add another 500. This will be your last opportunity to buy vowels this turn, unless it makes it back to you. Would you like to buy a vowel or take another question?
No, I'll take another question. I'll try to get the bank.
Okay, let's do it. Your last question is: who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Who had more receiving touchdowns? Was it CJ Uzama or was it Pat Freiermuth?
Freiermuth.
Freiermuth had 7 to Uzama's 5.
Nice.
That is correct. The big touchdown games from Uzama didn't trick you. I thought that might be a little tricky there. Which letter would you like? You get to bank the money if this is up there.
All right, let's go with a T.
T. There is one T.
Oh,
in
that's
the
not what I thought it was.
puzzle.
Okay.
So that's going to add that up there to 2,000. Jeff, you've got 5 seconds to try to solve this. Otherwise, we're going to move on to the next contestant. We're gonna move on to JL here.
Crumbs
JL.
and attempts. I don't know. Okay.
You got it. I'm just kidding. JL, would you
It's
like
not
a question or
attempts.
would you like to solve? Attempts.
I need a question.
Yeah,
Okay, JL, my
right.
question for you is: who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Who had more receiving touchdowns? Was it Mike Williams or was it Rob Gronkowski?
Ooh.
I know exactly how many Mike Williams had. I'm gonna go Mike Williams.
Mike Williams is correct. 9 to Gronk 6. Which letter would you like?
I did not know exactly how many Mike Williams had.
Oh, come on. That deserves the ticket.
I'm gonna go with an M as in Mancy.
An M as in Mancy.
Mancy.
There's one
Mancy.
M as in Mancy here, JL. $500 going your way. What would you like to do now?
Oh, I am going to take another question.
Another question.
Another question. I need it.
Okay, JL, my question for you is: who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards?
Receiving yards.
Yeah, that's all I'm asking about.
Receiving
right
yards,
here.
yeah.
Was it Laviska Shenault Jr. or was it? Oh, sorry, excuse me, right there. Adam Thielen.
Receiving yards.
Yes.
Mm-mm. Ooh. LaVisca.
I am sorry, it was Adam Thielen.
No.
But Visca did have more than you think, I feel like. He had 619 receiving yards, and Adam Thielen had less than you think. He had 10 touchdowns, but only 726 receiving yards.
I wanted to answer Adam Thielen, and I tried to play you, Simon.
You bought the dip.
Yeah.
I just thought Jay had
I
written the
100% bought the
question,
dip.
so it was Visca. That
Yeah,
was
that
Could've
is a
been.
fair. That's a fair assessment as well,
Yeah.
Joey. Joey, what do you want to do here? Do you want to solve
I
or do
wanna-
you want a question?
I want a question, please.
Okay, I can do that, Joey. My question for you is: who had more receptions last season? So we're talking receptions now. Who
Okay.
had more receptions? Was it Leonard Fournette or was it Zach Ertz?
Lenny did have a good number. I'm still gonna say Ertz though.
And you're still going to be right because you said that. Which
You're
letter would you
still
like,
going to
Joey?
be right.
I'm gonna go with an H.
An H.
H. Bonk.
Bonk. There's no
Bonk.
H in this puzzle, Joey.
That's not fun.
Which
I've never
means
been
we're
bonked
gonna
before.
never been bonked.
That's a
don't think
lie. I've bonked you plenty.
Really? Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
In Canton once or
You,
twice.
you probably didn't notice.
Jeff, we're going to come back to you now. Would you like to solve this puzzle or would you like a question?
No, let's
You
go with the
banked that money.
question, please, Simon.
Okay, my question for you, we're going to stick in the receptions category if you don't mind. Actually, even if you do mind, we're going to stick in the receptions category. Who had more receptions last season? Was it Van Jefferson or was it Tyler Higbee?
Higbee.
Higbee is absolutely correct. Which
Nice.
letter would you like, Jeff?
C.
C. There are
A
no
bonk.
C's in this puzzle.
Wow.
That was a good bonk, JL. You got me with that one.
He's
Yeah,
on the
thank
bonk tonight.
Thank you.
He's
He's
just
ready.
waiting for it. He's just sitting there
Thank you.
so ready to bonk everyone.
Bonk.
JL, what bonks around. So just watch out.
Okay. All right.
Bunks around, comes
Oh, I
around.
can't wait for you to
Keep an
miss
eye
the
out.
letter.
JL, would you like a question? Would you like to
Question,
buy a vowel?
please.
Because you got money if you want to buy a vowel.
Nope.
Okay. My question for you, JL, we're going to switch it up a little bit. Which position out of the two that I'm about to name
Okay.
did the Carolina Panthers target more? So a higher percentage of the target share. Was it
Wow.
the running back position or the tight end position?
Oh, gosh.
Running back or tight end position? Which one did he target more? The Panthers as a team.
Yes, the Panthers are a team. So as a team,
Just Sir Per, though. Just Sir Per.
as a team, what position group got a higher percentage of the targets? The running backs or the tight ends?
Let's go tight end.
I am sorry. The running backs for the Panthers had 24.3% of the target share. The tight ends had 13.9%. So they had to be by over 10% there. Yeah,
you did me wrong.
He did you dirty right there. We're going to move on to Joey, though. Joey, it's your turn. Are you ready for your question?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're going to get a similar question here.
Okay.
But I'm switching up the team. Denver Broncos, who got a higher percentage of the target share? Was it the running backs or was it the tight ends for the Denver Broncos?
Ooh, out of the chat contestants, almost forgot to mention that.
I feel like Fant and Albert O had a good number. I'm going to say the tight end. I'm going to stick with JL's answer, but a different team.
Well, you are correct with sticking with that answer.
Oh, so it's right when he says it.
It is right when he says it. The tight ends had 27.5% compared to the running backs at 18%. Yeah, it's anti-JL. It's because you bonk too much. Which letter would you like, Joey?
Man,
that's messed up.
These words are throwing me off. I'm going to go with N. I'm really scared, though, that I'm going to get bonked.
Oh, hello.
4 N's, Joey. Going to add 2,000 to your round bank. Would you like to buy a vowel? Would you like a question, or would you like to solve?
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Which vowel?
Vowel and A, please.
There is one A in this puzzle, Joey.
Okay.
Now, what would you like to do?
I just give me a question.
Okay, we'll go to another question. My question for you is: who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards?
That's when they catch the ball and they go with it. Okay.
Yeah, that's whenever someone catches the ball and then it measures how far they went.
Okay, I got that.
Yeah, each time they catch it, they just measure how far. If you need a further explanation, we can get on after the show.
Okay.
Who had more receiving yards last season? Was it Emmanuel Sanders or was it Kendrick Bourne?
Oh boy, 2 of my favorite wide receivers last year. I'm gonna say Kendrick Bourne.
Kendrick Bourne is correct, Joey. Which letter would you like?
Give me the D.
All right, give him the D.
There are 2 D's in this puzzle, Joey. And now this will be your last opportunity to buy vowels if you would like to.
Man, I know the chat's probably got this already.
They do. Don't cheat.
I would never cheat. I would like a question, please.
Okay, this is your last
I'm really
question,
bad
Joey.
at solving when I'm on the clock with the question. I'm really bad at it.
My question for you is: who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points?
I got it.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire? Get this question right, and you can get it. Was it Clyde Edwards-Helaire or was it Kenyon Drake?
Man, this is so tricky. More fantasy points, you said, right?
Yeah, PPR fantasy points.
CEH or Kenyon Drake? I'm gonna say CEH still.
CEH is correct, Joey. You saw the trick there. Which letter would you like? I need a letter.
F.
There is 1 F up there. Going to add 500. And now, Joey, you've got 5 seconds to solve before we move on to Jeff.
Friends and eaten enemies.
You know what? I think it was a mispronunciation thing. You got it. It is friends and ET enemies.
That's what I said.
Well done.
Yeah,
well done.
That was what you were getting at there. Friends and ET enemies is the bad.
What did I
team
say?
name.
You said friends and
close
ET
enough.
enemies.
I didn't have that.
I can't say. So here's the thing. I've watched Finding Nemo 300 times. I still can't say an anemone. However that word is said, I can't say it.
You said it.
So.
You said it so fast.
Did I?
Shout out to Dame at 5:24, 3 minutes ago, pulling this one out.
Wow.
Nice job.
Why is that a
Dame.
bad fantasy name?
That's a great fantasy team
That's
name.
a great name.
Okay, well, I did mention this is subjective on my part, right? I think it's a bad fantasy team name. You guys are free to disagree. But before we move on from this one, I did want to ask you guys about ETN. So, Jeff, we'll start with you. There's reports that James Robinson is actually going to be ready earlier than expected, taking part in some of the training camp activities. What does this mean for you, maybe with James Robinson coming back maybe earlier for ETN this season?
This means that any James Robinson shares that I have, I can go ahead and trade them.
There we go.
I don't think Robinson's going to be that much of a factor in ETN's ascension into a fantasy relevant type of position or type of situation. So I just, we got to be careful with those Achilles injuries. I mean, there's just is a very low success rate of doing anything after that for running backs, right? So he might be able to run and run fast and maybe even cut, but does he have that explosiveness? Does he have that power, that drive? A lot of times we don't see that after that injury. So Yeah, I don't think it's a non-story for me, even though I have a bunch of James Robinson shares and I'd love him to do great. I think that ETN is the answer there.
Joey, do you agree with Jeff there? Do you have more concerns about Robinson?
No, I mean, I've been pretty on the record of how excited I am next year for the Jaguars offense, which sounds so strange to say, but it just all the pieces around him I like. And I think Trevor Lawrence away from Urban Meyer, I'm really excited to see what that looks like. So yeah.
Me too. JL, anything to add, or are you in line with these guys? Are we all
In line with these guys? Yeah.
We got
Absolutely.
4 ETN lovers.
I never came
on
off that
stream.
ETN hype train.
No,
I
you
started
did
it
not.
last summer.
And I
We
feel like
kept it going.
his draft value is stayed at a reasonable level. Like, I don't feel like I have to reach to grab him if I really want him.
No, and
He's-
this
may
news,
change.
this news will probably keep it level. though,
Yeah,
I think,
which
too.
is
Like,
good.
Yeah, it's
it
true.
will be rising towards the season, but this news may keep it relatively level. At
That's a
least
good
we can
point.
cross our fingers. Hope so. Also, there was Alex in the chat saying, "I think Simon is a bad name. It's subjective."
It's cool.
It's
Cold.
true. It's true. You can blame my parents. You can take it up with them, Alex. Craig said at swim lessons for the kids, and I cried. But I wanted to pull this up
We
more to say happy
cried.
birthday to
Happy
Craig
birthday.
again.
Happy birthday, Craig.
Happy birthday, Craig.
Rawr.
Thanks for tuning in on your birthday and hanging with us for a little bit. Guys, let's pull up our next puzzle. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh, and I need to give Joey his money there.
What in the world? What is wrong with you?
What are you doing? There's lots of points up for grabs on this one if you guys can solve
Oh
it. It's
my
all
God.
there for the taking. This can change the game. Jeff, you are up first. Would you like to solve this puzzle or would you like a question?
Yeah, would you like to solve it, Jeff?
And that would be like game over. We might as
That
well
would
end
be
this- end
show
this-
over.
end the
We would never
podcast
play
right there.
this game again.
Right. So no, I will take a question, please.
Okay, I'm going to give you a question similar to the one that I gave to both of these guys. My question is going to be, which position group got more targets on the Sorry, 1 second. Which position group got more targets on the Kansas City Chiefs? Was it the tight end position or was it the running back position?
Tight end.
It was the tight end position, 24.7 to
Out of the
17.6.
chat.
So closer than on the Broncos, which was surprising for me with them having Kelsey there, but it was still the tight end. Which letter would you like, Jeff?
Let's go with the R.
An R. There are
R.
2 R's in this puzzle. Gonna add
2
a
R's
thousand.
out of
Two.
40-something tiles. Okay. Let's go with another question, please.
Another question. My question for you is, who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points? Was it Jamal Williams or was it Sony Michel?
Michelle.
It was Michelle by about 30
Nice.
points.
Good job.
Which letter would you like, Jeff?
Let's go with N, as
An
in
N.
nincompoop.
Nincompoop.
Well, thanks a lot, Jeff. You didn't have to say that.
Ooh, okay.
There are 3 N's. So you've got a nice little bankroll right here. This will be your last opportunity to buy a vowel, or we can just go straight into your final question.
No, let's go into the final question. Let's get some bank.
He's not giving anything to you guys. I like the strategy. My question for you is, who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points? Was it Tim Patrick or was it Terry McLaurin?
More fantasy points. Let's go with McLaurin.
It was McLaurin. Which letter would you like, Jeff?
S.
An S. There are 3 S's in the
Ooh.
puzzle. You are going to bank all 4,000 of this money, Jeff. But you've got 5 seconds to try to solve.
Senile. I don't know. No
so
idea.
close. But we're going to go ahead and
I
add
don't
that.
know.
Add
I
that
have
to
no
your
idea. Go
bank.
ahead.
And you've got a nice little lead now. JL, it's your turn. Would you like a question or would you like to solve?
I would like a question, please.
Okay. Let's see your question, JL. My question for you. Let's go over to the FanDuel Sportsbook. Are you ready for the FanDuel
Yeah, let's
Sportsbook?
take a trip.
Let's
Hold
take a
hands.
trip. Yeah, come on with me. Come
Yeah,
on with
grab
me
my-
over here to
grab
the
my hand.
FanDuel
Let's go.
Sportsbook.
Let's skip.
Yeah, come on, vamonos. Which of these teams, JL, according to the FanDuel Sportsbook, is more likely to win the Super Bowl? So is more favored to win the Super Bowl? Is it the Baltimore Ravens or is it the Miami Dolphins?
Ravens.
The Ravens are correct, JL. Which letter would you like? I can tell you
G.
guys are scarred from these like Super Bowl futures
Yeah.
things because you start
It's just-
overthinking it.
No way Dolphins are getting through the AFC that easy.
You want a G?
Let's go with G.
There are 3 G's in this puzzle, JL. Gonna give you 1,500. What would you like to do now?
I would like to take another question, please.
Okay, who had more receptions last season, JL? Who had more receptions? Was it Noah Fant or was it Christian Kirk?
Kirk.
Kirk is correct, JL. Which letter would you like?
Let's go with a T.
A T. There are
Oh,
1, 2, 3,
there.
4, 5 T's in there. Going to add. Oh, oops. That's my bad.
What
I
are
had
you
a
doing,
3,500.
JL?
4,000. You're up to 4,000, JL. JL, what would you like to do now? Do you want to buy a vowel or do you want another question? Or solve?
This is my last opportunity to buy vowels, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna go with another question.
Another question.
Yeah.
Okay, my question for you, JL, is who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards? Was it Brandon Ayuk or was it George Kittle?
Oh, Ayuk.
I'm sorry, it was George
Oh.
Kittle, JL, which means we are going to move
Ah,
on to Joey. So
man.
close to banking that 4K.
Go directly to
Joey.
jail.
That was a good one, Jeff. That was a pretty good one.
I was
You got
waiting
me,
on that
Jeff.
one.
You got me. So far, you're winning. And everybody, if you're just joining now, if you don't have a Scott Fishbowl spot yet left, we are giving one out on the stream today for anybody that wants it, but
Best
only one
comment
person's going to
wins.
get it. You need the best comment. You need to make us laugh, a comment that has to make us laugh. Joey, it's your turn. Would you like a question or would you like to solve?
Question.
Simon, you got to be looking at the chat because we can't look at the chat as
I'm looking.
contestants.
I'm looking. Okay,
All right.
my question for you, Joey, is who had more receiving yards this season? Who had more receiving yards?
Mhm.
Was it Hunter Renfrow or was it Jacoby Myers?
Had to be Hunter Renfro.
It did have to be Hunter
Okay,
Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow's correct. Which letter would you like?
H.
There is one H in this puzzle. What would you like to do now?
A question because I can't buy any vowels, really, can I?
You can buy a vowel if you want. You have
No.
500.
I know the one I'm looking for. So okay.
Okay, let's Joe, you know what? It was getting kind of lonely with me and
Can we take a
JL
trip?
over there at the FanDuel Sportsbook. Yeah, I'd like it if you would join us over here. You ready to come?
I'm
Grab your
almost there.
backpack, your
One
extra
second.
socks, your travel
Almost there.
socks.
Am I
Open the
still
door.
here with you guys?
Let
Just
me-
like in
You're
the
still
back?
here. You're just sitting here.
I'm just
JL.
like in
It's-
timeout.
Yeah, it's a little
I'm gonna-
awkward.
I'm gonna check for security because when you go to the FanDuel Sportsbook, they check you at security. I don't know if you know that or not.
Yeah,
I
of
didn't-
course.
I was
Of
checked
course.
in Phoenix.
We've been
so
there
it
many,
happened.
many a times.
I
It
don't
was
know
very
if I was
pleasant-
checked.
pleasant
Why would you
to
even
meet
tell us that, Joey?
In Biloxi? I can't remember if I was checked there or not at the FanDuel Sportsbook.
But I felt safe there. That's why I told everybody.
Well, Joey,
So-
here's your question.
Naughty.
Which of these teams is more favored to win the Super Bowl next season,
Mhm.
according to the FanDuel
That's
Sportsbook?
the one. The best team's playing. Go ahead.
Is it the Cincinnati Bengals or is it the Las Vegas Raiders?
Wow.
Woo.
I'm gonna say Bengals.
The Bengals are correct, Joey, at plus 2,200 compared to the Raiders at plus 4,000. That was a tough
Okay.
one.
It's
Which
Both very tough divisions.
letter would you like?
M.
An M. There are two
M.
M's in
Two
this
of them.
puzzle, Joey. This will be your last opportunity to buy a vowel unless it gets back to you. What would you like to do?
I buy an I.
An I. There are two I's in this puzzle.
What?
What? Yeah. What is that first freaking word?
What would you like to do now?
Questions.
Okay, this is your last question, Joey. If you get this right, you will bank all this money.
Okay.
According to Sleeper PPR ADP,
Okay.
who is being drafted earlier? So who is
Okay.
currently being drafted earlier?
Mhm.
PPR, this is PPR redraft ADP. Is it Travis Kelce or is it Tyreek Hill?
Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce is correct. Joey, back end of the first pick. Which letter would you like?
L.
An L. There are two L's in this puzzle. Going to bring you to 2,300. You've got 5 seconds to try to solve, or we are going to move on to Jeff. Bonk. We're going to move on, but
Oh,
you do get to
wow.
bank all of that money
Big
in
bonk.
jail. Let me get you back up to 4,000 here. Jeff, you ready for your question, or would you like to solve?
Nope. Let's take the question.
No.
Nope.
It's a solid nope.
Okay, my question for you, Jeff. This is another who's more likely to win the Super Bowl question.
All right.
According to the odds on the FanDuel Sportsbook. So according to the FanDuel Sportsbook, which of these teams is more likely to win the Super Bowl? Is it the Dallas Cowboys, or is it the Tennessee Titans?
The Cowboys.
It is the Cowboys. You're absolutely correct. Which letter would you like?
All right, let's go with a D.
A D. There are 2 D's in this puzzle. Jeff, going to add 1,000. You can buy a vowel, you can solve, or you can take another question.
Oh, I know it.
Let me buy a vowel. Let me buy an E.
An E. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 E's. I'm just going to subtract 500 since that's the limit. Oh, oops. What would you like to do now? You want to buy another vowel, or would you like to take a question or solve?
You know what? I'm lacking a word there. So let me buy an A.
An A. There are 1, 2,
come on.
3, 4 A's. I'm guessing the one word that I didn't put an A in was the one you were struggling with.
Yeah.
And now you don't have enough money to buy another vowel, but you can either take a question or solve.
Right. So let's take a question.
Okay. My question for you is, who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points? Was it Amari Cooper or was it Tyler Lockett?
Cooper.
I'm sorry, Jeff. It
Oh.
was Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett had 241.4 to Amari Cooper's 202.5. JL, I'm guessing you want to solve.
Yes, I would love to solve. Sending late night trade offers to my league mates.
Offers.
It is sending late night
Yes,
trade
thank you,
offers to
Jeff.
my league mates.
That was a
You
team
got
effort.
it, JL. Woo!
That was a
You
team
guys made
effort,
some
though.
money on that puzzle.
Well
All
done.
of you did. It's a close game. JL now at 4,000, Joey at 5,700, and
I'm
Jeff
in it.
sitting on top at 6.
Offers.
That would have really sucked if I didn't
Offers.
get that. If I was
Yeah.
sitting at 0
I'm
right
thinking rumors. What the hell is
now.
that? But
Sending late night trade rumors to my league
yeah,
mates.
yeah. I'm like,
I hear
what the hell
JL's
is-
going to try to send you Tyreek Hill for his 2023 first round pick. But don't tell anyone.
That's
Heads up.
hilarious.
That's what I'm hearing.
You know, we've all been there. You're up late, you can't sleep, you start
I'm like-
scrolling your fantasy rosters, and you just, I'll
I'm
send a
like,
couple
rumors
out.
doesn't end in ERS.
That's so funny.
What the
Kenny
heck is
Pickles.
Oh man.
Kenny Pickles.
Nice try, JWB. Nice try.
Kenny
Hey,
Pickles did win the Scott Fishbowl spot earlier by someone saying Kenny Pickles, but it will not win again on this stream.
Yeah.
Who wants to know? Do I grow my chest hair myself?
No, he outsources it.
I do outsource it. I have others
You know-
grow it, and then they give it to me.
Hoove, you know, in Arizona with the field where they park it outside in the parking lot and they grow it out there and then they roll it in during game time?
Yep.
It's like that.
That's it. It's just like that. Yep.
That's why my chest hair gets lighter in the summer, because it's too hot here. It all just dies in the front yard whenever I put it out there. I get just
That's
scraps.
how we named our company.
That's how we name our company, Front Yard Fantasy. It's where Simon grows his chest hair.
Yeah.
Chuck in here got this one right
Good job,
about
Chuck.
6 minutes ago. Nice job, Chuck,
wow.
on that
Base.
one.
Chuck and pass.
Geek said he loved the Joey dance. Did you do a dance, Joey?
Did I?
I guess you did. Also, Dame, so close with this one. Sansing Date Night Trail Powers to my. You were right
To my
there,
what?
Dame.
To my what?
Dame's doing my favorite thing in the chat is when you're in the chat, you try to fit something in there that makes no sense.
Also,
Yeah,
Good job, Dame.
Chuck said, my league mates' wives are not going to be happy when I screenshot this to show them this is actually a thing. It's not just you, Chuck. Late night trade offers are absolutely a thing. Okay, guys, let's load
Ooh,
up
that might
this
be an
next
early lead.
puzzle. Which one? The
Same team, first name.
yeah, Chuck, that is a good one. You're in the lead right now. We'll see what happens. Same team, first name. So these players are all on the same team, and they have first names, and these are those first names up here on the board. No last names. It is crossword style. So whenever you solve this one, you're just gonna have to tell me the 4 names that are up there, the 4 first names. That's all you
Out
have
of
to
the
tell me.
chat contestants.
I always
New
struggle
puzzle
with these
out of the chat.
crossword ones.
They
So
are
I feel
tough.
targeted.
I love that.
Also, JWB wanted to know, ask Joey how many games he thinks his Thirsty Thursday team will win next year.
How many, Joey?
5.
5.
5? You know what? That's
No.
more than I thought you were going to say based on someone asking the question. Joey, JL got that one right, so you get to go first. Would you like a question or would you like to solve?
Question.
Okay.
And now if I win more than 5, I look great. And that was my strategy in that.
Joey, we're already at the FanDuel Sportsbook, but we're going to change rooms over here. We're going to talk about something else. We're going to talk about some Week 1 games.
Okay. I love Week 1 games.
And here's what I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you which team is favored in this Week 1 matchup. Which team is the betting odds favorite according to the FanDuel Sportsbook?
Okay.
Is it the New England Patriots or is it the Miami Dolphins?
Are you allowed to tell me where the game's at?
Yes, I'll tell you that. It's the New England Patriots at the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins are favored to win.
Joey, that is absolutely correct. They're favored by 2.5 points. So it's almost a push. They got that home field advantage pushing them over the edge. Which letter would you like?
I would like a T.
A T. Bonk. There are no T's in this puzzle, Joey, which means we're going to move on to Jeff.
All
Jeff,
right. I will
question or solve?
take a question.
No solving on this one. Let's see. We're going to stick on the same side of the ball over here or same room at the FanDuel Sportsbook. I just need you to tell me which of these teams is currently favored in their Week 1 matchup. Which of these teams is currently favored in their Week 1 matchup? In the game, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Arizona Cardinals, which team is currently favored according to the FanDuel Sportsbook?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs are correct. 3-point favorites on the road. Which letter would you like, Jeff?
How about an N?
An N. There is one N in this puzzle. Going to add 500. Would you like to buy a vowel, take another question, or solve the puzzle?
I'll take another question.
Okay, another question. My question for you is who had more receptions last season? Who had more receptions last season? Was it Stephon Diggs or was it Jamar Chase?
Diggs.
Diggs is correct. Which letter would you like, Jeff?
So these are first names?
These are first names, yeah.
Let's go with a J.
J. I love the strategy, but there are no J names in this puzzle. So many J names in the world, though, Jeff. Everybody's name starts with J. Jeff,
yeah, right.
Dale, Joey, Josh, Jay.
There's a couple of them here.
I know too many of them, if you ask me. JL, it's your turn. I wasn't talking about you, by the way. You're perfectly fine being here with your name starting with a J. Which letter would you? Or before I ask you,
I would like to start with the letter N. M.
M.
Well, great. I'm glad that's your letter pre-picked. But in order to put it on the board, you're gonna have to answer a question properly. Okay. Are you ready for your question?
Yep.
Okay. My question for you is: who had more receptions last season? Who had more receptions? Was it Mike Evans or was it Darnell Mooney?
Those are both of your guys.
I know. I picked two guys I love, so you could try to game it that way. You're going with who?
Evans.
I'm sorry, it was Darnell Mooney.
Mike Evans sucks.
Mike
Evans, you suck.
Mike Evans is a saint.
Mike Evans is the best.
He
was so selfless.
Man.
He gave away Tom Brady's famous touchdown.
Okay, but did he have as many receptions as Darnell Mooney?
No, he had fewer.
No, he did.
But he had more fantasy points.
No,
way more touchdowns.
Yeah, a lot more.
Touchdowns. I think 10 more touchdowns than Darnell.
He had
Mooney,
a lot of touchdowns.
Mistaken. I think it was 14-4, if I'm remembering right for those guys. Joey,
who needs Mike Evans anyway?
I do.
The Buccaneers do because there's no one else to catch the ball right now.
They got Cameron Brate
and Scotty Miller guy
and Russell Gage. I'm excited.
And Russell Gage.
Yeah.
Joey, would you like a question or do you want to solve? Oh, Jalen Darden. There we go.
Oh, Jalen Darden. North Texas player. Yeah. A question, please.
Okay, we are going to go with receiving touchdowns since we were just talking about some of that. Who had more receiving? Yeah, that's when they catch it in the end zone or catch it, then run into the end zone.
Ooh, yeah. That's one of it.
Who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Was it Amari Cooper or was it Odell Beckham Jr.?
Oh man. Amari Cooper.
Yeah,
Amari Cooper is correct, Joey, with 8 to Odell Beckham's 5. Which letter would you like?
S.
An S. No.
Really?
Wow.
2 bonks in a row. But I'm getting the questions right, so I feel smart.
Joey,
everyone's a winner.
And with like 2 of the most common letters in the English language. Get your question right. Guess the common letter. Bonk. But Jeff, Joey's bonk is your benefit. Are you ready for your question?
Let's go with the question.
Oh God, I want that on a t-shirt.
My question for you, Jeff, is who had more targets last season? So who was targeted more times? Was it Chris Godwin or was it Dalton Schultz?
Schultze.
I'm sorry, it was Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin, even in missing games, had more targets last year.
Well, Yeah, Godwin was gone, week 14, something like that?
Yeah. It was
So-
way later in the year than I thought it was. In
Yeah.
my mind, he missed half the season.
I answered too fast. Go
You
ahead.
got excited.
JL.
You got excited.
It's me.
It's on to you, man.
It's
JL,
on
get-
to me.
Make it
Get this-
happen.
Get
Get
all
this
over
one
me.
wrong so I can get another letter wrong.
All right, let's just see how fast we can go.
At least we have no letters up there.
Okay, JL, are you ready for your question?
Yeah,
I'm going to ask you your other favorite kind of question that we've asked a
all
couple
time
of so far.
stats.
No, it is going to be another target share question based on position
Ooh,
group.
Oh, I
Are you
actually
ready?
like that one. So
Did you like that one?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, my question for you is which position group got more targets on the New Orleans Saints? Was it the running back position or the tight end position?
I have a question.
Yes.
Does Taysom Hill count?
I don't
Good
know.
question.
I have no idea, Jay.
Probably
if I'm
not.
All right,
honest.
I'll go running back.
Well, running back is correct with
Yay,
28.6% compared to 18.4%.
I don't even know if they
tight
use him
ends.
as a tight end very much at all.
Yeah, I think he didn't have very many receptions last
I
year.
think it's just fun to say now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joe,
I think
which
that's why
letter
I
would
did
you
it.
like?
Let's go with an M. Stay true to myself.
M as in Mancy?
And I'm a Mancy M.
There is
Hey!
one
Hey!
Mancy in this puzzle.
Dun,
What would you like to
da-da.
do now?
I'll take a question.
A question.
Let's
Okay,
go.
Mike. Also, I just saw someone in the chat that said, thanks, Simon and Leanne. I have no idea what you're thanking me and my girlfriend for because I missed the rest of the
Thanks,
chat.
Simon and Leanne.
Dale, another question is what you said.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, week one. Which of
one?
these teams is favored in their matchup against each other? The Green Bay Packers are playing at the Minnesota Vikings. Which of these teams is the favorite according to the FanDuel Sportsbook?
Minnesota.
I am sorry. It is the Green Bay Packers on the road as the favorites, JL.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry. Every
I'm
time,
sorry.
man, I just feel unbelievable guilt when you miss a question. It just hurts me to my core.
I feel unbelievable guilt when I miss a question.
Joey, are you ready for your question or would you like to
Yeah.
solve?
No question, please.
Okay.
I felt like I was
hopefully-
in pain when I said that. I was a little bit, but
Joey, we're going to do some PPR fantasy points. Which of these
I like
players had
those.
more PPR fantasy points
Mhm.
last season? Which of these players had more PPR fantasy points? Was it David Montgomery or was it Sony Michel?
David Montgomery.
It is David Montgomery.
God, it's
Which letter would
tricky.
you like?
L.
There's one L in this puzzle. Slowly but surely, you guys are
Wow.
getting there.
I got one.
So, Joey, would you
Um,
like another question?
Yes.
Okay, let's go over to some receiving yards. Which player had more receiving yards last season? Had more receiving yards?
Okay.
Was it Stephon Diggs or was it Devontae Adams?
Adams had a lot of touchdowns. I'm gonna say Diggs.
I'm sorry, it was Devontae Adams with 1,553 to Diggs 1,225.
Okay, I was way
Which
off.
means, Jeff, we are back to you. Would you like a question or would you like to solve?
Question.
Okay, my question for you, who had more rushing yards last year? Who had more rushing yards? Was it Leonard Fournette or was it Cordero Patterson?
Oh, Fournette didn't run a lot. Patterson, maybe 700. Patterson.
You were right on with Patterson's yards, but Fournette had more. Patterson had 618. Fournette had 812.
Oh,
So
damn.
we are moving on to JL. We're back to you, JL. Do you want
Let's
to solve
go.
or would you like a question?
I need another question.
Okay, let's do some rushing yards. We're going to stick in rushing
Yay.
yards. Who had more rushing yards last season? Was it Darrell Henderson Jr. or was it Devonta Freeman?
Darrell Henderson.
You are correct by over 100 yards. Which letter would you like, JL?
Let's go with R.
An R. There are two R's in this puzzle, JL. I'm going to add 1,000 to your round bank. What would you like to do now? Would you like to buy a vowel? Would you like another question? Or would you like to solve?
I would like to buy a vowel.
A vowel. Which vowel would you like?
I would like that vowel to be an E.
An E. Well, there are two
Apple.
E's in this puzzle, JL. Now, what
Hmm.
would you like to do?
I would like to buy another vowel if I could.
Okay, you can.
Let's buy an A.
An A. There are 3 A's in this puzzle. Going to subtract another 300. Now, what would you like to do, JL?
I would like to buy. I would like another question.
Another question for JL. Okay,
Oh, wait.
JL.
Yeah, okay.
No,
I said
You
it. I
already
said it. I
said
said it.
question, so you gotta
I
take a
said it. I
question.
said it. I'll accept it. All right.
Okay,
I'll accept
JL,
it.
relax. You have to
Thank you.
answer a
Whew.
question.
Give me the
God.
question. Give me the question.
My question for you, JL, is who had more receiving touchdowns last season? Who had more receiving touchdowns? Was it DeAndre Hopkins or was it Cordero Patterson?
Patterson.
I am sorry. It was
No!
DeAndre Hopkins with 8 to Patterson's 5. He had him beat by 3, which means, Joey, we're on to you. Would you like to solve? Would you like a question or would you like to buy a vowel?
I'm going to solve, and this makes up for the 2 bonks, I feel. Okay.
Well, you got to get it right first.
I do. I do.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
Adam, Alexander, Irv, and Kirk.
He said it like he's gonna goof it up.
I
That is
thought I was
carrying
gonna-
a glass that
I
was
told you,
filled up
I
too
do
high.
not like the crossword ones because it throws me off.
You got it. That was really nice. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Dame 4 minutes ago with very few letters on the board.
Whoa.
Old Adam, Alexander, Kirk, Irv. Nice job, Dame. And nice job, Joey. That's going to give you a minimum of 1,000 and put you in the lead. But I think we have time for one more puzzle if we hurry.
don't. There's the time.
We
We need
do.
to talk
We
about
do.
the Minnesota Vikings. Let's
Bottom
talk
of the
about
ninth.
it.
Next puzzle, bottom of the ninth is
Movie
Jeff's
mashup.
head.
All right.
And it is Jeff's turn. This is a movie player mashup in this one. So, Jeff, we've had like Boston Scott Pilgrim versus the World and things like that. It could be any
Okay.
combination of first name, last name shoved into a movie title, and that's how it's going to work here. So you are up first. Would you like a question or would you like to solve?
Question.
Okay, my question for you is who had more receptions last season? Who had more receptions? Was it Brandon Cooks or was it DeAndre Swift?
Cooks.
Cooks is absolutely correct. Which letter would you like?
I don't know. Let's go with R.
An R. There are no R's in this puzzle, Jeff. A bonk there. So we're going to go on to JL. JL, it's your turn. Would you like a question
Ready
or
to
would you like to
self-bonk.
solve?
Question.
Okay, my question for you. Who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards? Was it Elijah Moore or was it Hunter Henry?
Elijah Moore.
I'm sorry, it
sorry,
was
it's
Hunter
Hunter
Henry.
Henry.
JL. Joey, we're on to you. Your favorite
Question.
category, play
Stupid
movie
idiot.
mashup.
I
Would you like
do.
to solve or would you like a
Question.
question?
I like question.
Okay, we're going to stick in receiving yards. Who had more receiving yards last season? Was it Mecole Hardman or was it Jarvis Landry?
Nitty gritty now, man.
Mecole Hardman.
It was Mecole Hardman. Joey, which letter would you like? T.
T.
Well, there are 2 T's in this puzzle. Going to add 1,000 to your round bank. Would you like to buy a vowel or would you like another question?
I'll buy a vowel.
A vowel. Which vowel would you like?
Oh,
An O. There is 1 O in this puzzle.
Hot.
Would you like to buy another vowel or would you like
Not.
a question?
question.
Okay, my question for you is who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Who had more PPR fantasy points? Was it Ezekiel Elliott or was it AJ Dillon?
AJ Dillon.
I'm sorry, it was Ezekiel Elliott with more PPR fantasy points last season, which means Jeff, we're back to you. Would you like a
You blew
question?
it, Joe.
I did.
Let's go with a question, please,
Okay.
Simon.
Who had more PPR fantasy points last season? Was it Keenan Allen or was it Amari Cooper?
Keenan Allen.
Keenan Allen is correct. Which letter would you
Nice.
like?
Building on the N in Keenan, I'm going to take N.
An
And
N. There's 1 N in this puzzle, Jeff. It's going to
That
add
helps.
500.
That
What
helps
would you like
a
to
lot.
do now?
Another question, please.
Another question. Okay, my question for you is who had more passing yards last season? So who threw for more passing yards? Was it Aaron Rodgers or was it Kyler Murray?
Rogers.
Rodgers is correct by about 400 yards. Which letter would you like?
I don't know. Let's try H.
There are 3
Whoa!
H's in this puzzle. Going to add 1,500 to your bank. Jeff, this is your last opportunity to buy a vowel, or you can take your last question or solve.
Oh, Jesus. Let's go with a question so I can get bank.
Okay, here is your final question. If you get this right, you get to bank that money. Who had more rushing touchdowns last season? Who had more rushing touchdowns? Was it Derrick Henry or was it Alvin Kamara?
Henry.
Henry is absolutely correct. Doesn't matter that he missed all that time. Which letter would you like?
I don't know.
If this is up there, you bank this money.
Let's go with a G.
A G. There are no G's in this puzzle, Jeff. Which means we're moving on to JL. JL, what would you like to do here?
And that's how you lose.
Oh God, I need to take a question. I know it, but I need to take a question.
Oh, because you want to win. Okay, JL, my question for you is who had more passing touchdowns last year? So who threw for more passing touchdowns last year? Was it Dak Prescott or was it Kirk Cousins?
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott is correct. Which letter would you like?
I would like a B.
There are 2 B's in this puzzle, JL. It's going to add 1,000. I'm guessing you want another question?
I'll take another question.
Okay, my question for you is who had more rushing yards last season? Who had more rushing yards? Was it Javonte Williams or was it Jalen Hurts?
Javonte Williams.
Javonte Williams is correct, JL. Which letter would you like?
I'll take an M.
An M. There are 2 M's. This is your last opportunity to buy a vowels. Would you like a question? Would you like to solve? What do you want to do?
I would like a question, please.
Okay, my question for you, JL, is who had more receiving yards last season? Who had more receiving yards? Was it KJ Osborne or was it Dallas Goedert?
KJ Osborne.
I'm not sorry at all. It was Dallas Goedert. And we are moving on to Joey. Joey, would you like to solve?
No! I know it, but I have to take questions because
No, you
if
don't.
I'm going, I
If
do.
you solve,
because-
you win.
No, I can
You have
only get a minimum.
6,700.
But I only get a minimum of 1,000, and Jeff banked that 2,000, so he'd have 8,000.
You don't bank it if you don't get it right.
Jeff did not bank that.
Yeah, I
money.
didn't bank. I got a wrong letter on the third question.
Joey, if
Oh.
you solve it, you win.
Okay, I'm gonna solve it. Hot Chub Time Machine.
It is
Yeah.
Hot Chub Time Machine. Hot Chub Time Machine is our NFL player movie
I
matchup
swear I
in
thought
here.
Jeff
I
banked
almost
that
had
money.
the perfect comeback.
Almost. If I would have had a letter, I think, then you would have had to take a question there. Joe.
Yeah, if you would have gotten that letter right, Jeff, it was
Yeah.
right there. Almost pulled the W out. We had Ladarius in here with Hot Chub Time Machine. Dame, I think, was the first one to get it. But Nate in here saying, are you going to the mall later? That's what I'm asking. Wants to know, showing that they know what's up there. The Mr. Scampers with the Hot Tub Time Machine as well. Nice
That's
job
what I'm
on that one, guys.
Nate, that was
That's
funny.
That's a pretty good comment, Nate. Okay. So, guys, the time has come. I think those are our 2 finalists right there. That comment that we just put up there. Where did it go?
You just
We
didn't pay
have to
attention
decide.
the whole show.
It is my league mates' wives are not going to be happy when I screenshot this to show them this is actually a thing.
That was
And
funny.
Nate Schlotman saying, are you going to the mall later? That's what I'm asking. Which one of these is more deserving of a Scott Fishbowl spot?
I'm going Nate.
You're going Nate? Nate got a laugh out of you, Jeff. If you're voting, with
yeah,
your
I'm on
laugh,
Team
then-
Nate. I like that. I like that response. So yeah,
I'm not gonna go against the group.
Okay, Nate, congratulations. If
You
you're
are
not
the group,
already in
Joey.
the Scott Fish Bowl, you have just earned yourself a Scott Fish Bowl spot with
Whoa,
that
all right.
comment.
Congratulations, Nate.
Congratulations.
yeah,
It's
good stuff.
Congratulations.
It sucks.
Join the Orlando Live division and meet me in person.
or
Or
don't.
Maybe he's not in Orlando. That might be a little tough stretch for him.
Nate, I will
Guys.
pay 1% of your airfare if you decide. to come.
1%.
That's so kind of you, Joey.
1%, man.
Wait, I might
Just-
not have like $10, so maybe like 0.5%.
You can have 1% of Joey's miles to
Covered by Joey.
go towards a flight to get to Orlando.
Ooh, I got
Guys-
Coles Cash. I can give them all my Coles Cash I won for tonight.
And I think only Frontier takes Coles Cash though, if I'm not mistaken.
That would make
And-
sense. Yeah.
And they're gone, right?
Joey
Um,
swept this game, didn't he? He swept it.
Joey pulled the W out on this one. He got that last question right, adding 1,000, bringing him to
No sweep.
7,700. Jeff in second place with 6,000. JL in last place with less than both of the other contestants.
Yeah.
Jeff, thank you so much for taking the time to come on with us today. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you. It's always fun. Always fun.
Oh, that's a beautiful song. I love that.
And we'll have to bring you back for some Fantasy Fortune revenge. You were so
Yes.
close this time. You'll get that W next
Just
time.
needed that
Unless
bank.
I'm playing, then I'm taking that W.
I'm
Guys,
so mad. I hit 2 out of the 3.
You were right there, JL. The strategy almost worked. That's going to be it for us. But before we go, a couple reminders. Number one, if you're not already following Jeff, go and do that right now. He's on Twitter at Jeff Haseley, right there below his name. He's pointing to it on the screen. So make sure you guys go follow him over there. After that, if you're watching this, hit that like button on this video and subscribe to FanDuel on YouTube. And if you enjoyed what we're doing here, we do this every single day, Monday
Every
through Friday
day.
at 3 p.m. Eastern time. We don't stop. We just keep on playing games every day. So if you enjoy this,
We're
subscribe
addicted
to
to
our channel at Front Yard Fantasy and hang out with us
Play
at
the game.
3 p.m. to play some more of these games. Until Monday, though, we are out of here. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Congratulations,
Love
Nate,
you.
on the Scott Fishbowl spot. We're out of here. Adios.
Bye-bye.
I guess trading makes fantasy fun. Josh,
Oh,
don't
yeah.
know
Oh, yeah.
what to do.
Trading makes sense.